Hi, everybody. It's Tanya again. Some things about moving and moving with some physical or mental illnesses. First, physical illnesses, such as a permanent disability like a traumatic brain injury. Even if they can lift things that are, heavy or whatnot, they might tire quicker. So be aware of your family or friend that has a physical disability that they're going to maybe get tired quicker because it takes them more energy than it does you to do whatever you're doing. That's really true of things like mine. My traumatic brain injury is called cerebral palsy. And it takes me 3 times as much energy to walk the same 3 or 4 steps that it takes you. So I get tired quicker. So keep in mind that no matter the age, if they have a disability or they're older and have developed, hard time walking or whatever, they're going to get tired quicker, which means they're going to be crabby quicker. Just because you can do things for a long period of time, keep in mind that your family member might not be. And this isn't just for moving, this is for any holiday events. Keep everybody else in mind. I don't see most people as selfish people, but I don't see that a lot of people think about the mentally or physically disabled when they think of the holidays. They just think, oh, we're going to go do this and this and this and this. And physically and sometimes even mentally, your family member might not be able to keep up. With disabilities like mental illness, certain things can trigger emotional responses that you wouldn't think about, such as a picture, or some things can be related to trauma, such as smells, or even lights. Some people can be stressed out by bright lights, or certain smells can cause an emotional response that, keep in mind, they're not always able to control. So they might be shorter tempered, even without the mental illness. People get tired. But when you're dealing with anxiety, depression, some things are triggered by a sight, a smell, or a old house that your mom may have grown up in, but you notice that she doesn't go back. Well, maybe there's a reason for that. And just you don't always have to be aware of this in your conscious, but put it in the back of your mind and try to be cognizant of other people in these holidays, including your pets. When you're moving and you've got pets, no matter the age of the pet, they're going to be curious about what's going on, what you're doing. They're going to be underfoot. They might have an accident because of excitement or fear. They're going to try to dart out the door because they want to keep up with their their pack. So you got to be aware of that. If you can borrow a crate, you're not hurting them by putting them in the crate, despite the howling and the barking or whatever goes on, because they want to be with you and not stuck in some silly crate. But you got to think of them as a toddler, 2 or 3-year-old. How would you keep that child safe if you're moving? How do you keep your animals safe as well? Okay. So don't be afraid to put a leash on them and leash them to a table leg, or leash them up outside to a tie out, or put them in a crate, or even ask a neighbor or a relative to doggy sit or kitty sit, so they're not underfoot. You're not being mean. You are keeping them safe. Now, I can't speak for young children. I don't have any children, but I have been around enough children and raised them to know that helped raise them, but to know that your stress they'll see mommy's upset. And, if mommy's upset or frazzled because you're having 12 people for turkey dinner and dishes aren't done, or there's milk spilled on the carpet, or whatever, if you're frustrated, they're going to know it. And they're going to not know how to handle that. So they might act up. They might cry. They might throw a tantrum. They might not want to go, and an older kid may just start an argument and flat refuse because they don't want to go. So be prepared for these kinds of things, and just know that it might come at you, and handle it one thing at a time. Don't try to handle a bunch of stuff all at once. Handle it one item at a time, no matter if you have 6 items. Remember when we were in school and they would make everybody line up to go on a bathroom run and you'd have to go 1 or 2 at a time? Take your problems the same way, especially in the holidays. One thing at a time. Even if people have to wait, they can get glad in the same pants they get mad in. It isn't going to kill them. It is not fatal. But for your health and peace of mind, mental or physical illness or not, or perfectly fine, for your sanity, don't try to take on too much. Don't be afraid to go, yo, hubby, take this kid. I've got enough on my plate. The holidays are a great time, but they can be extremely stressful, and I want everybody to have a wonderful holiday. So take things one thing at a time. Don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to tell yourself, this will pass. I can't be involved in this problem forever. Whatever it is, keep in mind young children, pets, and disabled people tend to get tired quicker, no matter what your disability. You can get overwhelmed mentally ill or not. You can get over, and it's okay to say, I can't do this anymore. I can't do any more right now. I need to stop. My had enough light has burned out. The bulb is blown. You don't have to be Superwoman and do everything yourself. Have a great holiday season as we go into November, go into Thanksgiving. My birthday's the end of the month. Woohoo! 47. But take it one thing at a time, and you'll have a better holiday. And don't be afraid to go, hey, I need help. I can't do all this on my own. God bless. Bye.